We are going to do the application of derivatives, and this is the most important chapter in terms of application, because earlier chapter you learned how to find derivatives, but what is the use of derivatives, how you can use in your real life, or how can you use in your professional life as well. So we are going to learn this in this first chapter, which is based on rate of change of quantities. So now I'm going to write something, try to understand this. I'm writing this d upon, I'm writing here marks, and I'm writing here d, and I'm writing number of hours of study, number of hours of study. So what is the meaning of this? Simply when we write dy by dx, and when I write this d by d marks upon d number of hours of study. So this is very important to understand that what is the meaning of this. One meaning we have understood, that we have learned, this is tells us the slope of the tangent at a particular point. Similarly, this statement also signifies something. It signifies that the marks are, you know, the meaning is this: the change of marks when there is a change of number of hours of study. It means some of you might say that when you increase number of study hours, your number of your marks will also be increasing. When you decrease your number of hours of study, your marks will also get decreased. So this is how you can relate both the terms of this. You can see here that y is your independent, particularly y I'm saying this is dependent, not independent. This is dependent, and this is x is your independent, because when you do changes in x, the respective change will come in y. So that's why you can say the change in y with respect to change in x. Similarly here the change of marks is with respect to change of hours of study. Now in higher classes you are going to understand that form also: dy upon delta x, delta z, delta p. So what is this meaning? You have to understand that also. That meaning is that there is like number of marks, they are not only based on they are not only dependent on number of hours of study. There are many more variables which is influencing the marks. For example, your study material, your capability of the mind, or your concentration level, or your teachers, or your luck also, you can say, if you want to say. So here there are 4 or 5 variables are working on marks. And if I really want to change, I want to really see the change in marks with respect to all variables. That meaning is this: means there is y, if you take an example as y as marks, then x is number of hours that you study, this is the concentration power, and this is uh, the way that how you are studying, means the teacher or something else. So there are 3 variables which is influencing y, but this is not going to be discussed in ncrt till class 12th. You are going to study this in higher classes. Even if you study, you will not study this in engineering level, you will study this in might be in your professional level or mtech level, where you will be finding the changes in one variable with respect to many other variables. For example, you can see when a flight is taking off, there are many more things which decides, like whether the flight will be going perfectly or not, like the weather conditions, air conditions, and many more conditions. So all things are working here on y. So if I really want to check whether y, how y is behaving when there is change in x, there is change in z, there is change in p, means they all are independent, and this is y which is dependent on all 3. So this is the meaning of change, rate of change of quantities. Now we'll understand the very basic application of this meaning. So you see the volume. Now come to this question. The volume of a cube is increasing at the rate of 8 centimeter cube per second. See, it's clearly written 8 centimeter cube per second. It means that volume is changing and this is changing with respect to this is s means second, and it means that your dv upon dt is 8 centimeter cube per second. This is given to us. Now from here, this is what you can write here in the, this is given. Now next is you have to find how fast, you understand this, how fast is the surface area increasing. How fast means how fast implies the time, how quickly, how fastly it's changing. It means they are asking us to find ds upon dt to be found when x is 12 centimeter. The age, I have assumed this as x centimeter. So this is that you have to find. Now from we know that formula, s is 6x square. So you differentiate with respect to t. So you are going to get ds upon dt is equal to 12x, and this is dx upon dt. Now you don't have dx dt, but you know this is given that volume will be then x cube, because we have to use the given information as well. So differentiate this also with respect to t. So it will be dv upon dt, and this will become 3x square dx upon dt. This is the value, this is 8 given, this is 3x square dx upon dt. So from here we can find dx upon dt as 8 upon 3x square. So mark this as a. So from a, because this was given to us, from there we have got the value of dx upon dt. Now put this value, so your ds upon dt will be 12x. So you put the value 8 upon 3x square. So x, this will get cancelled, and 3, this is 4. So this is 4 into 8 upon x. Now x is given to you. You have to find ds upon dt when x equal to 12. So you put this value here. So this is 4 into 8 and upon 12. So when you simplify, this becomes 8 by 3, and this is centimeter cube per centimeter square per second, because this is the area and area is represented by centimeter square. So this is the answer that was it was asked in the question. This is question number 3. The radius of a circle is increasing uniformly at the rate of 3 centimeter per second. You can see that they are saying that your dr, if I take radius as r, then dr upon dt, because this is per centimeter per second, it means this is with respect to time. So this is given to you 3 centimeter per second. Okay, so you may write here, this is given. Now find the rate at which the area of the circle is increasing. Rate means you have to find the change in area with respect to time, again increasing when the radius is 12. So you have to find dA upon dt when r is 10 centimeter. So this is given to us, and this we have to find. So to be found. So we'll start from area is pi r square. This is the area of a circle. So differentiate with respect to t. dA upon dt equal to 2 pi r into dr upon dt. Now we have dr upon dt, the value was given to us. So we'll use that value, 2 into pi, and r is, you can now substitute the value 10, and dr upon dt is 3. So ultimately this is 20 into 3, 60 pi, and because this is the area, so centimeter square per second. So this is the dA upon dt with respect to we have found change in area with respect to time. Now come to question number 5. A stone is dropped into a quiet lake and waves move in circles at the speed of 5 centimeter per second. So if this is the quiet lake, if you throw a stone, then waves will come like this. Now the waves, they are saying the waves of the circle at the speed of 5 centimeter per second. So some of you might get confused whether it is the change in the area or it is the change in something else. So you can see this is centimeter written, so centimeter cannot be used for area. And there are two things only in the circular motions, one radius and second is your area. So it clearly, it gets clear from here that this is the change in radius. So we'll write that dr upon dt, this is 5 centimeter per second according to time. This radius is changing according to time. So this is given to us, and we have to find the change in the area, and this is written how fast. How fast means related to time. So we have to find dA upon dt when r is 8 centimeter. This is to be found. Now we'll start from here as we started earlier, that area is pi r square. So dA upon dt will be 2 pi r, and this is dr upon dt. So we'll put the value 2 and pi r, the value of r is 8. So you see that r can be substituted only when you find dA upon dt. It cannot be substituted before, otherwise it will become the constant and derivative will become 0. I'm explaining again, this value of r has to be put after calculating dA upon dt. If you put r before calculating dA upon dt, then this will become constant, area will become constant, and constant differentiation will be 0. So you just take into the consideration that this r is substituted after finding dA upon dt. So this is now 8 and dr upon dt is given to us 5. So this is 80 pi, and because this is area, so centimeter square per second. So this is the answer of question number 5. Now come to question number 9. A balloon which remains spherical has a variable radius. Variable radius means to say that the change in area will come when you have change in radius. Find the rate at which the volume is increasing when r is 10 centimeter. So you have to find dV upon dr, because r is given to us as variable. So dV upon dr you have to find when r equal to 10 centimeter. So this is to be found. So now we know that volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we can find dV upon dr, differentiate with respect to r. So this will become dV upon dr, this will become 4 by 3 pi r square. So this 3 will get cancelled, this is 4 pi r square. Now you can put the value of r is given to you as 10. So this is 400 pi, because this is volume, so this is centimeter cube, and we have found with respect to r, and r is also in centimeter. If volume is in centimeter, then r is also in centimeter, it's given also. This is centimeter. So this is the answer that was asked in the question. Now come to question number 10, and this is very important one. A ladder 5 meter long is leaning against a wall. So you can see this is the ladder and this is the wall, and this is given to us, this is 5 meter. This is 5 meter, and this is, let's say this is height, and the base is, let's say this is x. So from this given relation we can see that h square plus x square will be 25. I have used Pythagoras theorem to find this relation. Now next is what is given to us, you understand that also. The bottom of the ladder is pulled along the ground away from the wall at the rate of 2 centimeter per second. This is very important information, that this x means this length will increase when you pull this ladder in away from the wall. So means this is the change, because ladder is fixed, ladder cannot be changed, only the ladder will come down when you pull it away from the wall. So this is the change in, this is dx upon dt, and this is given to you 2 centimeter per second. This you can write here as given. Okay, how fast is its height on the wall decreasing? Obviously when you pull this away from the wall, this height will be decreasing. And how much it will be decreasing, how fast? When the foot of the ladder is 4 centimeter away from the wall. So they are actually coming to that situation where they are asking to find the change. Means you have to find dh upon dt when you have got this situation where height, where when the foot of the ladder is 4 centimeter away from the wall. You can see this is 4 centimeter away from the wall, it means this is x, and this 5 will remain the same, and this you can see, you can use Pythagoras theorem, and this h will be then 3 using Pythagoras theorem. So dh upon dt you have to find when this is given to you. So we'll start from here. We differentiate with respect to t. So this is 2h dh upon dt, and this is 2x dx upon dt, and this is going to be 0 because 25 is constant. So 2 you can take common and can be cancelled out. So from here you are going to get dh upon dt as minus, this is x, and you can write here h x, and this is dx upon dt. So finally you have found dh upon dt, so you can write dh upon dt as minus x upon h dx upon dt. So you have got all the values. This was to be found, this I already mentioned you, this has to be found. Now x is now 4, so this is 4, and this is h is 3, and dx upon dt the value is 2. So this is going to be minus 8 by 3, and this is centimeter because all lengths are given in centimeter per second. So when minus sign comes, it automatically shows us that height is decreasing. When sign is plus, it means height is increasing. So you can write answer, because in the answer it might not be mentioned this minus sign, but you should understand this. So height, you can write it, height is decreasing at the rate 8 by 3 centimeter per second. So you may leave answer here also. This is no issue because we can understand this, understand that because this minus is coming, so it means it's decreasing. Now come to question number 12. A balloon which always remains spherical has a variable diameter. You say diameter or radius, the same thing. If diameter is variable, so is radius. 3 by 2, 2x plus 1. Find the rate at the rate of change of its volume with respect to x. So we'll find volume. Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. R diameter is this, so r will be 3 by 2's half, you do 4, and this is 2x plus 1 whole cube. This is your volume. So we can simplify it little bit. So this is 4 by 3 pi and 327 and 4 for the 16 for the 64, and this is 2x plus 1 whole cube. So all constant you take it out. Now you can simplify this. This is 4, this is 16, and this is 3, and this is 9. So your volume has come 9 pi upon 16 2x plus 1 whole cube. Now we differentiate with respect to x because they have asked us to find with respect to x. So this is 9 pi upon 16 will remain as it is. This is 3 2x plus 1 whole square, and inside you apply chain rule, so this becomes 2. So now you can further simplify and you can put the value. This is given to us. No, the value of x is not given to us, so we'll left the answer in terms of x only. So this is now 8 So your answer is 9 3 are 27 pi upon 8, and this is 2x plus 1 whole square, because this is your volume, so centimeter cube if it is in centimeter, or you can say unit cube also. This is per with respect to centimeter, because this is with respect to x, and x is also in terms of centimeter. Now come to this question number 14, which is the most important question. Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter per centimeter cube per second. Means some sand is coming and they forming somewhere, this type of cone, and this is coming from the pipe, and it means that first line tells us this is volume, because this is centimeter cube, dv upon, and with respect to s, so this is dv upon dt, this is equal to 12 centimeter cube per second. This is given to you. Now we'll read this next line. The falling sand forms a cone on the ground in such a way that the height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the this. So if it is r, then your h is 1/6 of r, or from here you can find r as 6h, right? So we actually want to replace everything in terms of h. So next line is, how fast is the height of the sand of the cone increasing when the height is 4 centimeter? So you have to find dh upon dt when h equal to 4 centimeter. So this is coming down, and so some volume will be there. So this is a cone, so we'll start from the volume of the cone. Volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r square h. So r means your r square h, so we'll write everything in terms of h, because we have to find dh. So this is 1/3 pi r is, so this is 1/3, so this is 1/3 pi, r will be the value of r square. You can take the value of r as 6h. This is 6h square, and this is h. So you can write this 1/3 pi, and this will become 36 h cube. So now we'll differentiate this with respect to t. So this will become dv upon dt, and you can simplify. This is 12, so in the beginning you can cancel. So this is 12 3 ja 36 pi h square, and dh upon dt. We have to find dh upon dt, so we'll use value of dv upon dt. This is 12 given to you, this is 36 pi, and h, the value of h is 4 given to you, this is 4 square, this is dh upon dt. So from here dh upon dt we can write this 12 upon 36 pi, and this is your 16. So 16, so you can simplify. 4 3 ja 12, 4 4 ja 16, so and 3, this is 12, so this is going to be 1 upon 48 pi, and this is dh, so this will be, length will be centimeter per second. So this is the answer of this question.